Hi everyone. For today's lesson, I'm going to go through Desmos and how to graph the basic parabola, how to graph any of the transformations within a quadratic function. So let's start with the basic parabola. So the basic parabola has the formula of y equals x squared. So what we need to do is we need to put our x values here in for x. We do need to remember though that we have to put all of these numbers in brackets before we square it. So if I pull up my scientific calculator, I'm going to go bracket -3 bracket, and then I'm going to square it here. And my answer falls right here. My answer is 9. So I can plug that into here. Then I'm going to do the same with -2. So put a 2 into here, and I get 4. Put a 1 in, and I get 1. Zero, I get 0. +1, +2, and +3. So I've got 1, 4, and 9. So that is my table of values for the basic parabola. So let's graph that. So let's put those numbers back into here. So I've got 9, 4, 1, 0, 1, 4, 9. And that is my basic parabola right there. Okay, so I want to look at the vertex. So vertex is always the lowest point of your parabola, and that is always the center of your parabola too. So right now it falls on 0, 0. And our axis of symmetry, so if we were to cut this in half here, this side, and we flip it over, this side would be equal to this side. So what is the vertex here? The vertex, and we fill it out with bracket. Our x value of our vertex was 0, comma. Our y value of our vertex was 0, and then bracket. And then the direction of the opening, if I go back to this, the direction of opening is facing upwards. So it's like the mouth is eating upwards. So up, submit. Next, we're going to look at the step pattern of the parabola. So if we're starting from the vertex, if we move right 1, we are going up 1. And then again, if we move from this point to the right 1, I'm going up 1, 2, 3. So here I'm going up 3. Then the last one here, if I'm moving to the right 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then we start back from the vertex and we go to the left side. I move over 1, up 1. Move over again to the left 1, I'm moving up 3. And then over to the left again 1, I'm moving up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, it's the same thing. Since the right side is equal to the left side, it's going to be up 1, up 3, and up 5. Okay, let's try our first example. So now we have parts that are going to be added on to our basic parabola. So our basic parabola was just the x squared. Now I have x squared plus 2. Okay, so if I had a value of -3, we knew that -3 squared, where we put it in brackets, -3 squared is equal to 9. So we do 9 here plus 2, that gives me 11. Negative 2 squared was 4, plus 2 is 6. Negative 1 squared was 1, plus 2 is 3. So now let's put 0 in for x squared. So 0, then we go plus 2, our answer is 2. And then so that was our left side of the parabola. That means our right side here is going to be the same. So 1 squared is 1, plus 2 is 3. 2 squared is 4. So 2 squared plus 2 is 6. And then 3 squared plus 2 is 11. Let's graph this now. So I had 11, 6, 3, 2, 3, 6, 11. Okay, what you can notice is that our x value for the vertex is still, so there's our x-axis right here going across horizontal. It's still at 0, but you can see that it's moved up 1, 2. So it's like the whole parabola shifted up 2. So that means our vertex, so it's still at 0 for our x value, but for our y value, it's going to be 2. And the direction for this is still up. Okay, and then, so I'm starting at the vertex, I move right 1, I move up 1. Move right 1, up 3. And then move right 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's the exact same here as the basic parabola, and our left side would be the same. That means that the shift upwards does not actually affect the actual shape of the parabola. It just affects moving it up or down. Next one. So this one has a value inside the bracket, so inside the square. So if I was to put 0 in for x, minus 3 and squared. So 0 minus 3, and I'm going to square it. I get 9. Then I have 1 minus 3 squared is 4. Then 2 minus 3 squared is 1. Then I have 0 minus 3. Oh, not 0. 3 minus 3 squared is 0. Then I'll put 4 minus 3 squared is 1. 5 minus 3 squared is 4. And then our last one, let's put 6 in. And that's 9. Okay, let's put those values into here and graph it. So I have 9, 4, 1, 0, 1, 4, 9. You can see that what happened here is that the vertex that was at 0 and 0 from our basic parabola has moved to the right 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. So it's moved to the right 3 times. So when there is a value inside the brackets, that's where it's going to shift left or right. So it has not shifted up or down at all. It has only shifted to the right 3 times. So now that's our x, for our vertex, our x value is 3, and our y value is 0. So 3, 0, and the direction is still up. Okay, it's still the exact same where we're going up 1, up 3. So this just looks different because of the way it's scaled. So every 2 is going up 1. So 1 is here, then 2. So we'd still be going 1. So move over 1. So that's 5. And then up 1, 2, 3. So it's the exact same. Up 3, up 5. And then the same here. Up 1, up 3, up 5. Okay, so now the third example, we're changing the value that's in front of the square now. So I have -3 times x squared. So let's put -3 into the x. So -3, and then we gotta, for x, we always have to bracket it. So I'm gonna put -3 in for x, and I square the value of only what's in the bracket. This gives me -27. And then I'll do the 2 in here. This gives me -12. Then I've got -1 inside the bracket, got -3. And I'm going to put 0 inside the bracket. I get 0. Then I'll put 1 inside, is -3. 2 inside is -12. 3 inside is -27. So -3, -12, -27. So -27, -12, -3, 0. Okay, so what you'll see here is that, well, first of all, our parabola is facing down. So if it has a negative in front of your x squared value, so in front of that 3, there's a negative, so that means that the direction is going to be down. Okay, and now for the vertex, it's still at the same. It's at 0, 0, because we don't have any value inside with the x with the brackets, and we don't have any value on the end that was shifted up or down. So our vertex here would be 0, 0, and it would be down. Okay, and then the last thing. So if I'm starting at the vertex, if I move right 1, so again, remember that 2 spots means 1, I'm going to be moving down. So every half spot for going down is 1, so that's 1. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I move to the right 1, I'm moving down 3. And then I move to the right 1, I'm moving down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Down 9. Okay, and then I move to the right 1. I'm going to be moving down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Be moving down 15. And it's the same as the left side. Down 3, down 9, and down 15. Okay, so that's it for the examples. You're now going to get a chance to work through these Desmos on your own with different formulas.